terms of backs, there's only a couple of new faces that are going to be coming in, but it looks like a pretty young backline that all want game time, that all want to develop. Is that something you see as exciting as coaches, because it is going to be so competitive for places?
Yeah, I think, like I said, I think it's the same with competition. Sort of eradicates the complacency within the squad, and it's good to see at the moment they're driving each other. But I think at the moment what I've been pleased with is they are driving each other. They are very competitive. But there's also an element of where they're understanding that they're only as strong as how strong the group is as well, and they try to help each other along the way as well. Like I said, we don't want to take that competitive edge away from anybody, but off the back of it, we've got to realise that the power of us as a club is going to be how strong they are as a group. And there's going to be times where some guys aren't playing, and it's how much the guys that aren't playing want to help the guys that are playing, and that usually is a good indicator of any the strength of any side, really.
And quite a lot of your new forwards are again young, but it's raw potential you've kind of been seeing in a lot of them. How do you look for that when you're recruiting a pack?
You're probably looking at what they can be, not what they are, which means usually when you're looking at footage, that obviously word of mouth is a big one as well, and you speak to people in the game that know people, but you're usually looking at, like, they've obviously got to have a lot of good positive traits, and then off the back of that, it's what you feel like you could add to their game, potentially, one, as a coaching staff, and two, as a club and an environment, and put them in our environment, how they could develop. And I think that's the main thing. It's you just got to see what they can be, and usually to what they can be, there's one thing that we need straight away, and that's, we've got to have people that want to work really hard. They've got to have a really good attitude to take constructive criticism and get better. And usually, if you've got those two things and a bit of talent, then there's a chance that you can progress in your rugby career.
And you've been pretty open with fans that recruitment is an ongoing thing throughout the season. You can never foresee injuries and everything. So do you constantly have to keep an eye on what's out there, who you need?
Yeah, I think you've got to do, because it's as I think is aware, last year we had a tough spot, through a lot of injuries in the game. It's a very physical game now, and we're a bit unlucky on that side. So you need to keep an eye on what you might need, or who's available if you do need it. We've got maybe one slot to fill. The most important thing for us, we've got to get the right. It's got to be the right person for Doncaster. The person's the most important thing at the moment. We're in a position where we've got some good young guys, coming through the academy as well, and we're going to give them a little bit of opportunity in pre-season, and then we'll decide if we need to bring somebody in or not.